What's up, guys? I think we're live, so leave me a comment if you can see me. I hope you're all good. And I'm excited to spend some time with you today. So let me know you're here. I see a few of you were here early on YouTube. I love it for those of you who have been waiting for me to go live. And we're going to go live everywhere. We're going to go on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. And if Jeremy, you can pull up the comments for me on those ones, that would be great so I can see you. If you're on YouTube or Facebook right now, leave me a comment. Let me know you're here. Hi, Rita. What's going on? Shameka. Hello. YH. How are you, everyone? Did a big event this week. We had 20,000 people watching an event I did within the first 2 hours of it being live, which was incredible. From casual to committed was the event. If you didn't see it, go check it out. It was a huge event. Lovelifereplay.com is where you can go and see that. It was a 1 hour and a half event that well, we had a huge audience. It wasn't lost on me that it would have filled an arena if every one of you that was there was in person, and the feedback was amazing. So if you want a committed relationship and you want to see the event I did this week, don't forget to check that out before it disappears. It's going to actually leave YouTube at midnight on this coming Wednesday, the 30th of October. So go check it out while that's available. And I also did something really special while people were there as well. So don't miss it. I promise you it's packed with information that can help you if you want to get to a committed relationship in your life, and that's a priority for you. Lovelifereplay.com is the link. It's above me right here. Or this is really cool. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, you can literally just comment the word replay and you will get a link directly from me to go and watch it right now. Make some time this Friday evening or this weekend to go watch it while it's available. Hello to all of you. Who was there, by the way? Who was there live? Leave me a comment. Dashania, yes, I'm going to answer some questions today. Do you have one, Dashania? Let me know. We're going to have, I've got Jeremy to my right. He's going to throw some questions up for me to answer. Michael Fuller, you were there. Glad. I hope you enjoyed it, my man. Hi, Claire. All right. I see you all commenting replay right now on, this is Instagram. Yeah, if you're commenting replay on Instagram right now, I'll send you a link to go watch the big free event that I did this week. All right, perfect. Amanda, hello to you in Australia. All right, let's do a couple of questions. Jeremy, are you ready to throw up a question, or do you need to get TikTok working first? Okay, I'll let you do that first. I'm gonna see if there's a question I can see. What do we got here? I've got someone anonymous says, hey, I canceled on a date 1 day before, but I'm still thinking about him 8 months later. Is it okay to reach out, or should I let it go? Why did you cancel? I'm so curious. Anonymous, why did you cancel on this date the day before? What made you cancel? Can you leave a comment right now? I'm sure you're still watching since you just asked that question. What made you cancel on the date the day before? Leave me a comment if you're still here. Look, if this date at the time was not important enough for you to go on, and so you said, okay, I had a mind block due to a breakup 3 months back. So here's a couple of things. This mind block is hurting you in two ways. Or sorry, this the overthinking you're doing right now, which is evident, is hurting you in two ways. One is making it too big of a deal in your mind to reach back out 8 months later. So instead of thinking, oh my God, can I reach back out? Of course you can reach back out. You can reach back out and ask them how they're doing and say, you know, you were in a bit of a strange place back when you were supposed to have a date last time. But you know, you're in a different space now. And if they were up for going for a coffee, keep it casual. But if you're up for grabbing a coffee, it'd be great to catch up. That's fine. Do that. So the way that you're overthinking this is already making you overthink reaching back out. But here's the other effect that your overthinking is having. It's also making you value this situation too much. So the fact that you're thinking about this person 8 months later is probably not an indication of the fact that this is the perfect person for you that you've let get away. It's probably an indication of the fact that you are just overthinking this and you've created a story in your mind about how important this person is. So don't overthink this from either direction. Don't overthink it from the point of view of reaching back out. Reach back out. Be honest. I was in a strange spot last time. I was going through, I'd been through a breakup not long before that and I was still processing it. But hey, if you're still up for a coffee, I'd love to see you. Or even more casual, I'd love to catch up. But also don't let the overthinking make you think that this situation is that important, because it's not. How important can it be if you never got on a date in the first place, right? It would be a really amazing thing if this person ended up being the right person for you, despite the fact that you don't know anything about them. So don't overthink this in either direction. Who here is guilty of overthinking things? Leave a comment. I am too. Leave a comment if you have a tendency to overthink things like this or things in general, and it makes you play out all these stories in your mind. Gladys, I see you. Jaco, Jody on Instagram. All right, we got you guys up on TikTok now as well. What's going on? Good to see you. Let me see if I can bring this over here. All right. Karina, you. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good where it is. Oh, can we bring it forward? Perfect. All right. What else have we got? Let's see. How do you, the M says, how do you gain, and this is on Instagram, how do you gain trust with your partner when they've hurt you? Look, a huge part of gaining trust is them rebuilding trust. If someone has hurt you, they have to take seriously the process of rebuilding trust with you. I think a lot of the time we take on the responsibility for trusting again, when actually it's their responsibility. They have to take accountability for helping us trust again, for creating an environment where it gets progressively easier for us to trust again. There is going to be a time where you're just, you're on edge. There is going to be a time where you find yourself just still processing whatever hurt you. And that's okay. Don't beat yourself up for that. By the way, your partner also is going to have to accept that, because if they did something, I don't know if it was a betrayal or, a carelessness or whatever it may be, but if they hurt you, then they're going to have to accept that there's going to be a time during which you're still processing, you're still sensitive, and that your emotions and your vigilance is on high alert. But you have to communicate with them. Look, what you did has hurt me. It has put me on edge. And I don't want to be on edge. I don't want to be in this relationship feeling this way. But right now, for better or worse, I am. I need you to show up for me in the moments where I'm struggling and show that you're there for me, and that I can voice these things, that I don't have to be alone with these thoughts. Because if we're going to be together and this is going to work, you need to be my teammate in this. I need to not have to just go deal with this in a cave on my own. And on top of that, I need you to help create an environment that makes me feel safe. And it's up to you is you have to think about what are the things that you need from them that will create an environment to make you safe, or to make you feel safe, and communicate that to them. This is what I need from you. And if you want this to work, I need you to help me feel safe again, because what's happened has rocked me. And before this happened, I didn't feel this way. I wouldn't have been asking for these things in this way, but it has happened. And that's just a fact. So my safety has been rocked. I need you to be a teammate in helping me feel safe again. And as I start to feel safe again, maybe I can ease up. But while I'm in this space, I need you to be a teammate to me, not someone I feel at odds with, and not someone I feel like I have to hide these feelings from. Does that make sense? Own it. Own it. The right relationship is one that will actually help you recover. It's not one where you have to now go and hide your insecurities in order to make it work. And anytime you bring them up, they get frustrated that you're not over it yet. Make sense? Who here that's helped them with something they're going through right now? And maybe it's helped you to realize that you've been taking on too much responsibility for feeling safe again and not sharing that responsibility with the person that you're with. All right. By the way, anyone out there looking for a serious relationship right now, whether you're seeing someone already and it's not progressing, or is single and feeling like you're never meeting the right kinds of people that want to commit, put your hand up, say me in the chat. Let me know if you're one of those people. Shout out to all of the people first time seeing me live. Excited for those of you that are seeing me here for the first time live. Susie, Lena, I see you on Instagram. Guila, Fatima, Claire. So guys, before I answer another question, for everyone who's saying yes right now, for everyone who's saying me, the event that I did this week is something that you will benefit hugely from. It was a huge live event. We had many thousands of people there live. And I shared the 3 core principles for getting to commitment without games or ultimatums. Even in today's dating landscape, where it feels like people who commit are very rare, where it feels like there are so many emotionally unavailable people, where it feels like it's a struggle to get anyone who's actually willing to settle down and isn't just constantly looking for something better all the time or is addicted to novelty. This event, this live training I did, it was completely free, but it is my answer to how to do that. And this would normally have been it would have normally been a paid for event. It would normally have been a much more expensive event. Instead, it was free. And I did it on Tuesday. We had 20,000 people watching it live in the first 2 hours. If you haven't already, please go check that out. You can watch it at lovelifereplay.com. And I'm saying this now because it's only available until midnight on Wednesday. And then it's coming off of YouTube. So it's still there right now. You can watch it. You can link to it by going to lovelifereplay.com. Or if you're on Instagram and Facebook, it's even easier. All you need to do is comment the word replay, and I will send you a link to your DMs for you to go and watch it as soon as we're done here. So it was about a 90-minute event. Take the time today or book in time with yourself. Put it in your calendar this weekend that you're going to actually sit down and watch this, because I promise you, this has helped a lot of people this week. It will help you too. lovelifereplay.com is the link. And if you're on Instagram or Facebook, you can even just comment the word replay. Jill, I see you on YouTube commenting replay. It won't work on YouTube or TikTok. If you're on those, YouTube or TikTok, just go to lovelifereplay.com. Anne says that event was so good, completely changed my perspective. Thank you so much, Anne. I'm so glad that you were there and that you enjoyed it. All right, Tanya, I see you on Instagram commenting replay. We'll get you a link right now in your DMs. M, I see you commenting replay. We'll get you a link too. If you're on Facebook, we'll do the same. If you're on TikTok or Instagram, just go to that link. All right, let's get to another question. Jeremy, have we got something lined up? Yeah, let's do it. All right, who have we got here? Let's see. This is from, oh, it's hard to read on that screen. You know what, Jeremy? Do you have can you throw up, can you WhatsApp it to me or something? Can we throw it up somewhere that I can see it? It's just, you can put it in, yeah. Let's do that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at it on a screen right now, and it's very, very small. So let me take a look. Let me see if I can answer another question in the meantime. Amruth says, how to deal with push and pull behavior by someone who is close. Look, you have to, there's something I talk about in the session I did this week. It's core principle number 2. I'd give 3 core principles for getting to commitment in this live training I did. And the second core principle was something I talk about as rewarding rhythm. Now, you'll go and watch it and I talk about it for a while, so I want you to go and get the full context. But basically, what you're experiencing is a lack of rhythm. or a rhythm that is making you unhappy. Someone is hot and cold, they push and pull. And that's horrible. That makes you feel unsafe. Who here has been in a situation or is in one right now where someone makes you feel really unsafe emotionally because one minute they're really intense, the next minute they just disappear and it's like you don't exist? How many people are in that situation right now? If you're going through that, it doesn't feel good. And guys, we have to start responding more to what feels good and responding less to what doesn't feel good. The problem a lot of us experience is that we give more attention to what doesn't feel good. So if someone is pulling away, a lot of us try harder. If we feel we're losing someone, a lot of us fight harder. We give people more energy when they demonstrate inconsistency or a lack of interest. And that's the part that gets us in trouble. What we have to do is start giving more energy to the people who are consistent. And then when someone is inconsistent, we have to be brave enough and bold enough to actually point out that inconsistency for us is not rewarding. It's not engaging. It's not exciting. It's not something that's going to keep our attention. And you can say that to people. I'm not sure what to say to you because I feel like sometimes it's like really good and I feel close to you and it feels like there's something interesting happening. And then the next minute, I don't really hear from you. And you go quiet or you go cold. And then I feel really distant from you. And look, I like you. And I feel like if we actually had consistency in this, it would be something really special. But the way it is right now, where, there's these periods where I feel like I'm not on your mind and I feel distant from you. For me, that's not going to work. That's not exciting to me and it's not fulfilling. So that makes me kind of want to pull back in general. And I'm only letting you know that because I don't want you to think it's strange if suddenly I start, not responding or not texting you or not having the same energy because, I'm not that from my side, it's not that I'm trying to be mean or I'm trying to, play any kind of game. It's not, when you're hot and cold, I don't know what to do with that. And for me, it's just not something that I want to keep giving energy to. When you do that, someone's respect for you goes up. They start to respect you more. And when they respect you more, they start to treat you better. Most people, there are people who, by the way, will never respect you because they don't want to respect you. They're not respectful people. But people who can respect other people will see that behavior and they'll start to respect you more for knowing what you want, for knowing your standards, and for being brave enough and bold enough to communicate those standards. So we have to be able to do that. Have to be able to do that. And if you're unwilling to do that, you have to ask yourself, what's going on with me that I'm unwilling to have that conversation with someone? Oh, I'm scared of losing someone. Oh, I have a story in my mind that I'm never going to meet I'm never going to meet someone again. Or I'm love is impossible to find. So the moment I find someone who's attractive, I've got to hold on. There's a story that I'm telling myself. I'm never going to meet someone again as long as I live if I let go of this person, or this person's perfect, even though they're not. There's a story in your mind that's keeping you from having a real conversation. And the tragedy of that is having that conversation would actually be a way to build the thing you want with that person because they'd start to respect you. I talk about this way more, by the way, in this session. So for anyone who's like, this is what I need, go here, watch this today, lovelifereplay.com. Go check it out, lovelifereplay.com. And I see all of those of you who are in Instagram right now commenting replay. I'll send you a link. If you've just joined, comment the word replay on Instagram Or if you're watching it on Facebook, comment replay there and I'll send you a link. If you're on TikTok or YouTube watching this, and this is live, by the way, this isn't recorded. So I'm live on all platforms right now. If you're on TikTok or YouTube, it won't work to comment replay, but what will work is going to lovelifereplay.com. All right, very good. Let's see. Oh, Jeremy, you sent me a couple of questions. So let's pull up let's pull up L's question. Okay. So we're just going to pop that on the screen. All right. Hi, Matt. I'm 37, female, and have had some rough connections recently. How do I keep my standards up while not worrying that my value is going down as I age, especially when society is obsessed with youth? Here's what I'll say. First, there are people who want youth and there are people who want young. There's a difference, right? Don't you as a 37-year-old want youth? Probably you do. You want a youthfulness to the people that you date. One of the biggest complaints I hear from people who are in their 50s and 60s, especially women talking about guys, is that I am dating people who are acting like old men. They're not, there's no vibrancy to them, right? There's like they're over life. They're bored of life. So it's those women, what their complaint is that what they're experiencing in dating is not enough youthfulness. So I think L, and I see you in the chat, I'm glad you're still here. What's important is that we, at any age, we say to ourselves, people universally are attracted to youthful energy. That's something that's evergreen. I can have youthful energy at any age. But there are also people who are attracted to young. And those are the people that aren't looking for someone my age because they've convinced themselves that they want to be with someone who's 10 years younger than me or 15 years younger than me. And I'm not going to, invalidate anyone's experience, especially for those of you. I know that women who are dating at a certain age, your real lived experience is coming across a lot of people who really care about dating younger. And that's real. That's real. That's not just a state of mind. That's real. There are plenty of them out there. But the way I look at it is that that's not your market. Your market is not people. If you're 55 and dating, let alone 37, if you're 65 and dating, and you come across someone who's obsessed with dating someone 10 years younger or 20 years younger, then let them have their obsession. That's not your market. Your market is people who are deeper than that, right? Your market is people who are actually looking for someone that they truly, on the deepest level, resonate with, and could find that in someone their age, could find that in someone younger, could find that in someone older. Your market is someone who is looking for a genuine partner and is open to where that partner could come from. So I want to just say that because it's that perception that you have. There is this insidious thing that, society does make people feel like, especially women, that their value is dropping as they get older. By the way, let me say something about guys. Guys are constantly trying to convince themselves that the opposite is true for them, right? There's a whole audience of guys out there who want to believe that women age badly and men age like a fine wine, and it's bullshit. It's stupid. Guess what? We all age. And men out there who are convincing yourself that, I am entering my George Clooney years and I don't age in that way. Women age in that way. I don't. Dude, we're all losing our looks. We're all at some point gonna age, get more wrinkles. We're not gonna look like the 35-year-old studly version of ourselves. Like, it's gonna happen to all of us, right? It's not that we age well and women don't. We all age, right? So we have to, ladies, I say that because I don't want you to let people convince you. Don't buy into this sort of gender specific propaganda that you age badly and men age great. That's sold. That shit is sold to you by men who want to try to convince women that they're not worth what they're worth by a certain point. And by the way, there's tons of men I'm not speaking to when I say that, because there's lots of guys that don't believe that don't buy into that don't think like that. The reality is we all age. And your job is not to worry about the people who don't want you because you're a certain age. Your job is to be awesome, to focus on, by the way, I'm not saying give up on things. Be as hot as you can be, right? Why not? Be as hot as you can be. As long as you're not doing something that you feel like compromises your values to change, do the things that are going to make you feel great. I do. I work out. I use facial products. I do my hair. I get haircuts. I try and wear clothes that make me feel good. I try to look as good as I can. And then I stop worrying about it after that. Right? That's the thing we have to do. Look as good as you can and then let it go. And don't worry about comparing yourself to anyone else. Then be as awesome as you can be. Give have hobbies, have things you love doing, have a life that you love. Be excited about your life. Bring a positivity to people. Bring compassion and warmth to people. Do all of the things that are going to make you a wonderful person to be around. And don't worry about anyone who doesn't get your value once you've done all of that. They're not your person. Don't worry about the people who don't get it. There are going to be people that watch me online, watch my videos, or could be watching right now and don't get it. They're like, I don't care about what you're saying. I don't like you. I don't like your message. You're not for me. That's okay. That's not who I'm talking to right now. That's okay. And we have to have the same approach in our dating lives. You're not for me. That's okay. If I'm 37 and you're looking for a 25-year-old, you need to go find a 25-year-old. That's not me. And that's okay. Make your peace with that. But do not ever convince yourself that you're losing your value as you age. That part is a story. That some people are not going to want you as you age, that's real. That you're losing your value as you age, that's a story. And we have to take responsibility for changing that story. Thank you for everyone leaving lovely comments right now. I really appreciate it. Abby, appreciate you on TikTok. If you haven't already, make sure, Jeremy, let's throw up that link. If you're enjoying this, if you want a whole 90-minute free training that I did this week live for over 20,000 people, go check it out at lovelifereplay.com, because it is only available for a week and a few of those days are already over. So we are pulling this from YouTube at midnight on Wednesday, the 30th of October. So this coming Wednesday, it's disappearing at midnight. And since I know a ton of you are all really busy in the week, don't leave it till next week because you'll run out of time. Sit down tonight or this weekend and watch it. I promise you, you won't regret it. I also have something really fun that I did for people who came to the event. So you'll get to see that as well. But it is a really valuable free event that I put a lot of time and energy into over the last few weeks. And it was a special event. It was an event I could have easily turned into a program all on its own. I didn't. I decided to do it for free. and I want you to experience it while it's available. So if you're on YouTube or TikTok, go to lovelifereplay.com. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, do this for me right now. Comment the word replay, and I will DM you a link to go and watch it. So comment the word replay, and I will DM you. Ziara, I see you just commented replay. Ari, you did too. Amazing. Soul and Heart on Instagram. Great. Manish on Facebook. I see you leaving the word replay. I'll send you a link right now. Kriza, you too. All of you commenting replay right now, I'll get you a link in your DMs. But just a reminder, that won't work if you're on YouTube or TikTok. For that, you have to go to lovelifereplay.com. Okay. Oh, one more thing, everyone. We have a big influx of new members to my Love Life coaching program right now. A lot of people are joining so that they can be part of it for the end of the year. A lot of people are taking the next year of their love life really seriously. They know they want a committed relationship. They know they don't want to just be passive and wait until it happens. They actually want to be active and take action and make that happen. I also know that there's a lot of people right now who are thinking about joining my Love Life coaching group. We have over 7,000 members, but you have questions. So this, I've never done this before, but what I'm actually doing in, what time is it? It's 20, and so on the hour, so in 20 minutes, I'm actually going to sit on Zoom with a whole group of people who have questions about the program, who have maybe been thinking about joining it for months and are like, I just have questions. I want to know more. I am going to do a session. Maybe we'll go for 30 minutes, maybe 45. I'm not sure, but I'm literally going to sit on a Zoom session with a bunch of people and answer questions that they have about being a Love Life member so that they can explore whether it's right for them. So if you want to join me on that in 20 minutes, because specifically, if you want just a free event with loads of content, go here, lovelifereplay.com. But if you're serious about over the next year, making me your coach, if that's something you'd like to do, is take me on as a coach for the next year in your love life, then come join me on this private Zoom that I'm doing, where I'm going to be answering questions about the Love Life coaching program specifically. The link for that is, what is the link for that, Jeremy? Okay, askmattnow.com. If you go to that link, you can register, and I will see you in 20 minutes. I'm going to be live. It's going to be with a much smaller group of people than we have here right now. We have many hundreds across all different platforms. That's literally just going to be me sitting with a select group of people answering questions. So Craig, that's askmattnow.com if you want to come and join me there. Insta Monica says, don't hesitate. It's great. That's really cool. So yeah, if you want to ask me, Dragon Dorsal, it's askmattnow.com. I see you asking where you can get that Zoom link. So I don't expect loads of content on there. I'm literally going to walk you through, but it'll be fun because I'll walk you through what it's actually like to be a member. And you can just ask, I'll just respond to the questions you want to ask me to see if it could be right for you. You might be 55 and going, will it work for people my age? Or you might be 35 and going, how do I incorporate this into my life in a way that, I'm very busy. How can I, what will this do for me? I want to have a family. I want to have a family soon. Can it help me actually meet someone quicker than I would on my own? We'll talk all about these things and what it looks like as well when you're a member. Okay. So, Denise, I'll see you in a bit. I just saw your message on Instagram. I'll see you there. For anyone else who wants to join that private Zoom, it's askmattnow.com. That'll be a much more exclusive session for people who are interested in becoming a member of my Love Life coaching program. And like I said, we have over 7,000. I think we have actually closer to 8,000 members now who are with me all year, which is really, really cool. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited about the next year of this. All right, maybe we have time for one more question. Let me go into this. Let's go to Aura says, can I riz you up? Well, Aura, what does that even look like? Can you tell me? How does one riz another up? All right, let's see this question. Jeremy, let me know if Aura comes back and says how, because I'd love to know. Can you please, can you give me your advice? We have been dating for 6 months and he has not got a gift or bouquet of flowers. My friend said that to me, that he is not the one. At least he should bring you flowers. It's a Bruno Mars song, I think. So it's been 6 months and he hasn't got me flowers. And my friend my friend says that he's not the one. He should bring you flowers. Well, I think you have to ask yourself what the flowers represents to you, because the flowers is so specific. Everyone has something like this in a relationship. I wish they'd open the car door for me. I wish that they would, sometimes take me out on a date and just make a plan, and, it would be something that I wouldn't have to try to co-arrange. They would just take me out. I wish they would buy me flowers. Those are very specific things, but I think what's important is for you to connect to what those things represent. What are the flowers, right? Maybe you just love flowers. If it's as literal as I love flowers, I'm obsessed with flowers, you're like my wife, Audrey, who is just obsessed with flowers and plants, then tell him, by the way, if you want to get me a gift, the thing that's always going to make me light up, the thing that's always going to make me happy is you getting me flowers, because I love flowers. Great. Or is it the issue that this represents something deeper, like he never really thinks of you and you couldn't give a crap about the flowers, really? Who cares that your friend says someone should buy you flowers? There's no should, right? Your friend is talking about a very specific thing. Flowers mean different things. Some people don't care about flowers. Some people don't care about getting gifts. So you have to ask yourself, what do the flowers represent? Do you feel like you're in a relationship with someone who doesn't think of you? And if that's the case, then this isn't a conversation about flowers. This is a conversation about the fact that you feel like in little ways you like to be thought of, and you don't feel like this person is thinking of you or the things that, your needs or what makes you happy, that they're just going through the motions. And then you have that conversation with them, which is frankly a much more, I don't mean this in any kind of a patronizing way. I mean, it's a much more grown up, sophisticated conversation. Is that, look, there are little things like, you buying me flowers or you getting me a gift. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be anything. But when you do things like that for me, it makes me feel really good, because it lets me know that you think of me sometimes. And I don't expect it every day or every week, but now and again, little things like that make me feel special, and they make me feel like you're thinking of me. And that to me is the sexiest thing in the world, right? You can actually voice that to someone. And then if you feel like a month from now, there's still no sign of him thinking of you, then you have to point that out. Point out the ways that this person isn't thinking of you. And I'm sure there's more things than the flowers. I'm sure there's much more material ways that you feel like he's not showing up for you, or they're not showing up for you, than the flowers. So don't get obsessed with the flowers. Get obsessed with what the flowers mean to you. And then know that a great relationship is going to come from you communicating what on a deeper level means something to you. All right. Very good. Well, look, we are about to go and do this Zoom session for everyone who wants to hear about the Love Life Coaching Program. For anyone who doesn't know about my Love Life Coaching Program, this is literally, I get hundreds of messages every month from people asking me to do one-on-one coaching with them. I very, very, very rarely do any one-on-one coaching anymore. And if I do, it's for a tiny, tiny handful of people in an entire year. But what I say to people who ask me is, if you want me to be your coach, the Love Life coaching program is where I do it. And that's where you can make me your coach for an entire year. And it involves a whole bunch of things that I do, a whole bunch of resources that I get to you. Coaching every month is a thing. I've been working on this for years, and it's a year-long experience. So if you want to hear more about that and you have questions about how it might work for you, and if frankly, you know that one of the big goals in your life right now is to find love, is to create a committed long-term relationship, if you feel like that's the part of your life that's really missing, then I'm doing a session in 10 minutes at askmattnow.com. You can see the link up there. And I'm literally just going to be, for the first time ever, in a private Zoom room answering questions for people who want to know more. I've never done this before. It's always been something that we just put out written materials about it. But I thought, you know what, there's a lot of you who just want to know what it's like and you want to ask me questions. So I'm just going to be there and answer questions. So I'll see you there. Bring any questions you have about the Love Life coaching program. And for anyone, if you're like, I want to just get some free stuff, then I have somewhere else you can go. Jeremy, let's throw up that link. If you're not interested in that, but you are interested in an amazing free training, then you can go to lovelifereplay.com and watch the 90-minute training that I did this week for over 20,000 people, and watch it before it disappears this Wednesday at midnight. So this coming Wednesday at midnight, it will no longer be available. Go watch it while it is available. Make time today or tomorrow. It's a great time since it's the weekend. So go check it out, lovelifereplay.com. And if you're on Instagram and Facebook, just a reminder, you can literally comment the word replay and it will, I'll send you a link directly to your inbox, to your DMs, and you can just follow that link to watch it. Did Aura ever come back and say how she would rizz me up? Or it could have been a man. I'm not sure. I could be, feasibly, I could be, it's feasible I could be rizzed up by a man or a woman. So was there nothing? Okay, that's a shame. I could have done with more rizz going into the weekend. You can't just lay out an offer to rizz me up and then disappear. Where's the manners? All right. Enjoy the replay, everyone. Enjoy the live training I did. Enjoy it. Lovelifereplay.com. And someone, Jeremy, just asked for the Zoom link again for the private session I'm doing for people who want to know more about Love Life. Let's just throw that up one more time. Askmatthew.com if you want to join me on Zoom in, askmattnow.com. Askmattnow.com is the link to come and join me on Zoom in 10 minutes. Rosanna says, what is rizz? I believe the young people are using that word as an epigrammatical way to say charisma. All right. Very good. I'll see you soon, everyone. See you in 10 minutes for everyone who's coming to learn about the Love Life coaching program. And Amelie, I'll see you there. All right. Bye, everyone.